Okay, we'll call the meeting to order for Monday, July 28th at 5:32 p.m.
Okay, and for roll call, Commissioner Linda Allen. Present. Chairperson Catherine Cummins.
Present.
Vice Chair Eddie Mitchell.
Present.
And Commissioner Haro is noted as absent. We have a quorum.
Okay, report on posting on the agenda.
And the agenda was posted on Friday, July 25th at 10:12 a.m.
Thank you. Okay, so for communication by members of the public for items not on the agenda. Public comment by members of the public on items not on the agenda, but within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Personnel Commission. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. And this portion of the meeting is reserved for somebody who's desiring to address the commission on matters not on the agenda. The law does not permit commission action or extended discussion of any item not on the agenda, except under special circumstances. If commission action is requested, the commission may place the matter on a future agenda. Do we have anybody for public comment?
I don't see anyone.
Okay. Move on to the approval of the minutes for meeting of June 24th.
Yes, the minutes for the special meeting of June 24th are attached and included in your packets. If you note anything that needs to be corrected, please advise, otherwise they are ready for your approval.
I move we approve the minutes. I did watch the meeting on video, so I can say I was not there technically, but afterwards and as of the minutes.
And watch the whole training.
And I watched the whole training, so keep us losing.
That was lengthy.
It was. You girls had a long meeting. I watching the thing go. I thought, surely that's not right, but it was. But I thought he was a very good speaker. I mean, he was better than the one they had before, I thought.
Got your
learned a
interest?
lot more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
No one opposed?
No. Human Resources Director report.
So the only thing I wanted to advise you of this evening is that we have changes taking place in the organization. And so tonight, the council is going to be appointing an interim city administrator who will start tomorrow and will be overlapping with Jimmy for 3 days because the 31st is Jimmy's last day. And then the interim will take over while we do a recruitment for a new city administrator. So we've gone through a very fast-tracked process to identify potential interims. Council subcommittee did interviews of several candidates, narrowed it down to Mr. Kilger. The whole council interviewed him last Thursday, and then tonight they are going to move forward to.
Where is he from?
He is the retired city manager. He worked in Martinez and Benicia. And then he has done 4 or 5 interim assignments since he retired. So he's kind of on the circuit, going in and covering for 4 or 5 months. One city he went back twice.
Wow.
So he's got a lot of experience, and he will help us through this transition time. And then we'll be commencing a process to recruit a new city administrator. I've already requested proposals from search firms, and then they will, council will be selecting a firm, and then we'll be going forward with that process. So I just wanted you all to know that that's happening.
Thank you.
All since our last meeting.
Busy. It's been a busy month.
Yes, it's been a busy month. So that's all I have to report.
All right, item 5.1, informational items, recruitment and employment status report.
Yeah, so in your packet, you have a 2-page report. The first page of the report is primarily the recruitments that we have open now. So these are things that we're taking applications for, or we're getting ready to take applications for. And then starting on the bottom of page 2, starting on the bottom of page 1, going on to page 2 are recruitments that we have in process with different positions. Things moving along and getting folks on board. And then the second part of page 2 is new hires since our last meeting and some separations since our last meeting. So I'm happy to answer any questions.
Looks like Brian Rodriguez switched from one area to another. Oh, no, Brian Hernandez. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Two Brians
Yeah,
with Ys,
three.
two Brians with Ys though, yeah.
Yeah,
BRYANs, yeah. So Brian Rodriguez is a new management analyst trainee and Brian
Okay,
Hernandez
got
was
it,
in
got it,
recreation,
sorry.
different person. Yeah, yeah. And with the two trainees, police officer trainees that are scheduled to begin work on August 4th, we have one opening left.
That's fantastic.
And once we fill that position, the sworn side will be at full staff.
You believe
As long
that?
as nobody leaves or retires, then we will
Nice.
be at full staff.
Then good, sister.
Whew.
Yeah.
Just need a police chief.
Yeah, still working on that one.
Needs to be a challenge.
Working on that one. Yes.
All right.
Any questions on this report?
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think we have any unfinished business, so new business, updates to the senior maintenance worker and wastewater job description.
Yes, okay, so at your place, I set a new job description and there's only one thing that's changed on what was in your packet and it's on the second to last page, page 6 of 7, and it's the yellow highlighted portion. So you can see where that is and it looks like a copy kind of funky. So go to page 6 of 7. Keep going.
It's in that one.
Page
Or
6
in
of
this
7.
extra one.
The one that was sitting here, this one.
Yeah. It's a different packet, a
Okay.
different
There
packet.
you go, there you go.
The yellow highlighted area. So, I put this at each of your places because this morning I received an email from the AFSCME labor group asking for a slight tweak to the wording, and it's the yellow highlighted section. So I just want you to have that in front of you while I give my staff report. So, this job description needs to be updated because we are still continuing our progress forward to establish our utilities department. And on the operations side, we are getting closer and closer to being able to especially split the employees across the two departments. It's really what's really holding it up is we need to fill the utility operations manager position. And as soon as we get that position filled, we're going to move forward with the official split of the operations staff. So now our senior maintenance worker position that was in a combined grouping with streets is now going to stand alone as wastewater. So we needed to establish that as its own job description, specifically focused on wastewater. So staff worked on the job description to make sure that it lines up with the duties of a senior maintenance worker that's just assigned to wastewater. And so those changes are documented in track changes format in the job description, added wording is in underline format, and deleted wording is in strikeout format. So I hadn't gotten any feedback from the AFSCME bargaining group with respect to this job description at the time that I wrote this report and put out the packet. But this morning, they asked for just a slight revision of the wording. They felt like this wording would be more friendly to folks on job flyers to, say that we're really looking for someone who's got the grade 3 at higher or possession of the grade 2 and get the grade 3 within 12 months. They just liked the way that that was laid out better than how I had it in the draft that was attached in your staff report.
It just said grade 3 is desirable.
Right, right. So it's actually kind of strengthens it a little bit. So I like it and that's what we'll go with. So with that change, we are asking the commission to approve this job description. We actually have an opening for this position because the gentleman who was in the combined streets, wastewater, trees position, but focused mainly on wastewater, got promoted up to supervisor position. So that vacated his senior worker position. And then in remaining with the other job description, that's the next item on the staff report, that position is already filled. So let me know if you have any questions on this. We're not proposing any changes to the salary range. It's just cleaning up the job descriptions to get ready for this reorganization.
So the wastewater is still a standby pay?
Yeah, because they get sewer backups.
Okay.
And so we have to have somebody on standby because if anything happens after hours or on the weekend, they have to come in and deal with it. You cannot let that run.
No.
Yes, there's a lot of regulations that we have to follow with respect to that.
And then in terms of the education, so I see that the associate's degree is desired, but it's still a minimum of 4 years experience. It's not associate's degree and then or and then in lieu of 2 years of experience?
Yeah, in this particular position, the time in position is really important.
Okay.
Having that time in the job is really important. It'd be nice if they had some education to go along with it, but if we had to choose, we would take the experience and not have any college education for this work.
And so how does one get to 4 years of experience in it? Where do they
Maintenance
move up
worker
from?
one, maintenance worker
Okay.
two to senior
Okay.
maintenance worker.
So that's the ladder then?
Yes.
Okay.
And the gentleman that just made supervisor, he started out as a maintenance worker one. Became,
That's
after
true.
so many years became a two,
Okay.
then he became a senior, and then he just became a supervisor. So he's a true example of the career ladder.
Thank you. That's what I was clear on.
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the updates to senior maintenance worker for wastewater.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the next item is sort of the partner staff report that goes side by side with this one, because this is the other half of what's gonna stay in Public Works. So the wastewater piece is moving to the utilities department, but what will remain in Public Works is the street, stormwater and drainage and tree work. And so we needed to also pull the wastewater work out of the job description and leave the street, stormwater and drainage and tree work that will remain with that senior maintenance worker position. This position is currently filled, and the Public Works team, including the incumbent, looked at this job description, and the updates on any track changes format included in the report there. And I didn't have any last minute corrections or changes from the Houseman group on this one. They were good with it as it stood.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Okay, I move we accept the new Public Works Operation Division Street, Stormwater and Drainage Tree Section Senior Maintenance Worker description.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. So that will allow us to get that wastewater position recruitment underway and get that position filled. And we'll keep working toward this. We're, a little step closer every time. Like I said, we're really trying to find that utility operations manager position. And that's really the pivotal position to make this full transition occur.
Okay, item 8, future personnel commission business.
Yeah, so a few things on the to-do list that I'm working on. I'm getting closer to a draft on the economic development director. I'll be going over that with the new interim city manager, and we'll be figuring out our process for recruiting for that position. This is a new position that council approved in the budget. They in this particular budget year, they put a big emphasis on economic development and putting a lot of effort in that area, for knowing it's a long game for the city's financial stability. And then we're working on some other, the police department is back working on some job descriptions that got reassigned to Captain Tony. And then we have some other new positions that were approved in this year's budget: water operations superintendent, water operator, and water quality specialist. So utilities is working on drafts of those job descriptions, and we'll be putting those together and bringing them to you in the future.
So from what I understand, the chamber then isn't gonna have that position anymore. It'll just be through the city.
Well, the chamber could do what they wanted.
Yeah.
But the funding from the city is gonna be for an economic development director that works for the city.
Yeah.
And we'll be partnered up with Victoria, who's our economic development manager, and they gotta achieve goals that the council has set.
So what's her job gonna be now? I mean, won't
Same.
that change? Oh,
Same, there'll be a team. And so that'll get flushed out more when the director comes on board, but Morgan Hill has 3 economic development staff members. Just as a point of comparison.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And she's like, thought that was her job, but.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay, and our next meeting is scheduled for Monday, August 25th, 2025. And so stand by to, see if we have items ready for you. If we do, we'll have that go forward as our standing meeting.
okay, well then we will adjourn the meeting today,
At 5:48.
5:48 p.m.
Thank you.